Hey, welcome to Mike's Trains, and thanks for joining me for this next video here. The last series that we did was a train station and yard series, and if you watched it, we got a lot of work done there, and a lot of things got completed, and that series is now done. So you might be asking, why are we looking at this? And this area here might look a little familiar. This is actually the picture that runs on some of my social media. It was my header picture on Facebook for a little while. But this is an area that's going to get redone. This is the next project. Okay. When I originally did this, I was kind of happy with it, and I thought it was okay. And you can see some of the things I've done. These buildings were built. I made a four-way intersection here. We put a small park over here. I have some other buildings over here, and they were all lit. They weren't lit well, I will say. And this is the part of the area that I actually did a video on how I light my buildings and how to do backdrops, and those are done. You can see them here. If you give me a minute, I'll turn on the lights. Alright, well, apparently I've been in here and I've disconnected wires down below. They're really not working. I have one building left. These on the side here are lit. And if I go in close, you can see some of the interiors that I did. Not really happy with those. And you can also see down in the back I added a mirror. And the problem I have with that mirror is you can see the top of the mirror here. And it's really not the way I wanted to do this. So that area here is going to be the next big project. This is what's going to get done. And this area goes all the way down over there. It goes all the way down to the end over here. And all of this is going to get redone as well. So this is going to be a good part of what's going to happen. We're going to go all the way down to the bridge. You're going to come around the corner. And then that part up there was another series. That's a mountain that I added in. And we're going to come around here. And then there's the tunnel. So we're going to start all of this whole area from that tunnel area right there on the right side of your screen. And we're going to redo all the way around, coming down into this area here. So it was asked a little while ago, I think maybe the last video or the video before, somebody asked what the next big project was. Well, there you go. That's going to be it. This is what we're going to do. This is going to get all blown out, and we're going to start over. I'm going to start over just like I've done in the train station. We're going to get rid of everything that was there, and we're going to start fresh. Now, just a few ideas I have. Let me move the camera over to another spot, and we'll talk about kind of what's going to happen. Okay, so I'm not going to be doing any track work in any of this area. This is all strictly just scenery. This road here, we're going to redo this road. You can see this road down here. It's a 4-lane road. All right. And I'm actually going to continue this road, and it's going to follow back right through here. So this goes down to a 2-lane road over here, which goes down into the scenery, and it ties in around to all the rest of the way around the layout. I want to change that to a 4-lane road straight through here. And then in this area here, these buildings here, these two things, this is, I had made, it was Arnold's Drive-In. Sort of kind of, if you're old enough to remember Happy Days from way back in the day, this was a take on that, and I actually found their sign, and I made the sign for it right there. Okay, and then I have this gas station. Those are all going to go, and what I'd like to do is I want to scratch build a strip mall throughout this full area here. So that's what's going to happen in this area. We're going to have a big strip mall that's going to run right here. There used to be a building down over in this corner. Of course, that's long gone by now. So you can see this area is kind of degraded a bit, and you can see I've really not been happy with it, and it's not going the way I want it to go. So hence the blow it out and start over. These buildings down here at this end, over there that we looked at in the beginning of this whole area here, I want to resituate these buildings, and I'm actually going to turn this road so that it comes from the front here and it's going to go straight out the end. I don't want this curve in it anymore. I want this back road here that goes across into the wall, that's going to go at a straight in 90-degree to the wall. And this road's going to stay pretty much how it is back here, which is going to require moving some of this perhaps. I'm not sure. I have a lot of planning to do with this because there's a lot of stuff going on. I have to plan out the strip mall, seeing as, you know, that's going to be totally scratch built. And these buildings have to be redone, if not redone, totally replaced. I haven't decided yet. But this is quite a big, ambitious plan. There's a lot to do in here. And it's going to be kind of a long series, much like the train station series. And we're going to relight these buildings, whatever they are, whether it's these buildings or new ones, they're going to get lit. And we're going to go into a project that I want to do where I want to separate sort of the rooms in these buildings, and I want to have them come on and off in time intervals. So it looks like, much like this building here is lit and you can see all the windows, I want to put LEDs in separate places and separate them inside the building so that I can have these two windows light up and the rest of these all off, and then I can have this set come on, this one will go off, this one will turn on, and throughout the building, if you follow what I'm saying. So it looks like they're being lived in, and the same with every other building that's in here. And that's all going to be a whole lighting project in itself. That's going to require, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that just yet. I may do an Arduino thing. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up. If not, stay tuned. Or I may do something called Raspberry Pi as a programming circuit to wire all this stuff together. Again, if you don't know what it is, you can look it up or stay tuned. And I'm going to cover that whole thing in the series. That's just one of the things, and I'm probably looking at, I'm trying to count in my head how many LEDs are going to be in here. Now, if you saw the train station series on building, that building has somewheres around 100 or so LEDs in it. In total, top floor, second floor, as well as the platforms and all. That whole thing has probably about 100, maybe 150, somewheres in that neighborhood of LED lights lighting that whole thing. We're probably looking at close to that neighborhood. I started out at around 20, but as I'm looking at it and I start counting them up, we're probably looking at closer up into that range. So it's going to be a lot. So if you're interested in lighting, this may be the series for you. We're gonna dive into that. And like I said, we're going to redo the roads. I'm going to do a whole mini series within this series to build the strip mall here. Again, I'm not buying a kit. We're going to scratch build the whole strip mall in here. And this gas station and this place here, they're going away. They're going to be relocated elsewhere. Not sure where just yet, but they're going to get relocated. To fit that strip mall in here. So it's going to take me some time. I still have to work out the details for all of this. I don't know exactly. I don't have the full up details of exactly what I want to do. Right now, I have an idea in my head, and I haven't had time. Usually I'll sit down and I'll start thinking up these new projects before I finish the last one. But the last one was a lot. It took a lot of my time and effort to get that all done. So I didn't have time to actually, get this thing in past the planning stage and ready to start tearing up. So I need to do that. So what that means for all of you who watch my videos is that I'm going to take a little bit of time off. It's going to take me a couple of weeks. I have to order whatever materials I'm going to need for this. I have to get those here because I do that for all my projects. I don't ever start a project without having everything in hand that I'm going to need for the project. We're just in the beginning of May now. As you see this video, we're in the first week of May. So I'm thinking by the first week of June, so that's like 3.5 to 4 weeks, I'm going to need to get all of this together so that we can blow this out and start fresh with a whole new clean project. In the meantime, I did do, I looked back at some of my older videos, and I specifically, 2 series in specifically. One of them was the drop-down bridge that I built. I did a series on how I built that, and I went back and looked at it, and I didn't really like how the series came out. It was towards the beginning of my making of these videos, and I really wasn't happy with it. So what I did was I re-edited that whole series. And I believe originally it was 16 videos in that series, and I believe I've cut it down to 9. And then the next series that I plan on doing in the future, I don't know when, is my Sons of Anarchy scene that I have that goes right near the train station. I would like to re-edit that and re-release it. If you're good with that, let me know. If you all think it's not worth my time and trouble, let me know as well. And if the majority feels that it's really not worth my trouble, then I'm not going to bother. I just, like I said, I'm not happy with it personally, but if it's not worth the trouble, I'm not going to do it. But the bridge series I've already done, and I'm going to put those out starting next week. So you'll still have videos to watch. I'm going to put them out. I don't think I'm going to dump all 9 at once. I may do 3, 3, and 3. So I hope you enjoy those. I really do, and I hope they actually end up being better and more watchable for everybody to see. Also in those videos, and I don't know if you noticed in the train station series here, I started adding, if you look at the description underneath the YouTube videos, if you scroll down, you'll see a thing under the description of the video that says materials. And what I'm doing is I'm adding links to everything I've used in the video to do what I'm doing. So if I'm using, some special kind of glue or some special kind of paints or whatever I'm doing for sidewalks or whatever, I'll put a link to where I got it from. So if you ever have a question as to what did I use, what was that called, or what is it, look under the video. It's all there. I'm trying to get it all in there. I do want to go back to a lot of my old videos and add that as well. But the bridge series that's coming, everything is there. Whatever switches I used, whatever wiring I'm using, or specialty things that I have involved in there, I'll put it in there, and it'll be listed under the materials. So anyway, that's the story for this week. This is going to be the first of this series, but there won't be more to it for about 3 or 4 weeks. In the meantime, you guys are going to get the drop-down bridge videos. Like I said, I'm going to release them over the next few weeks. Hope you like them. Let me know what you think. If you're just finding me for this video, and this is something you're interested in, I hope it is. I hope it interests you. Please subscribe to my channel. Love to have you along for the ride. If you haven't already seen my website, you can visit it at mikestrains.wordpress.com. There are pictures of my full layout over there. As I've said in the past many times, some of it's getting redone, such as this area is the next area. I should have full pictures of the train station and yard in the next few weeks as well, because that's something else I'm looking to finish up. So stay tuned. If you'd like to see those, by all means, go to my website and see. You can subscribe for email updates anytime I upload to my website. you'll get an email notification when that happens. So you won't miss them. You'll know right away when that happens. So until next time, happy modeling.